So I really met a great leader. I just had a breakfast with him, and everybody was showing love, respect, and that show you that this human doing way more than a doctor. He's inspiring, and he deserving respect from everybody. So today we are here to know how can we become more valuable in our community and showing and deserve love and more respect from everybody around us. So today we are with the greatest Dr. Khaled Tarboush. Thank you so much for having us here, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. It's my honor to be in your show, the $1 billion table, which is, just to explain for everybody, like $1 billion table is like a human worth $1 billion as a human being.
Right.
We are not talking about material.
Material.
So
right.
we wish we can worth
of course.
$1 billion, but
right.
being a human,
right.
it's even more
than
to be
$1 billion.
Than $1 billion.
Right.
So
yeah.
you are more than welcome in San Antonio, Texas. I'm one of your followers. As a great person like you, it's my honor and privileges to be in your show.
Thank you so much. Thank
you.
And that's a great point, because every day you wake up, it's $1 billion day. Like, you have $1 billion machine, you have $1 billion ideas, you have $1 billion value. You can serve your neighbor in $1 billion way if you are really focusing on way more than the material. But people, as you said, a lot of people stuck in today in material level. So they see and they measure people's lives and success through material life.
Yes, I agree to some point on this. Like, not everybody evaluate people depends on their wealth or how much they have in their bank account. We are a human.
Mm-hmm.
I respect people regardless if he has money or not.
Right.
So money is a tools.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, the money only tools, and this tool should not change who you are as a person.
Right.
And you can use these tools in a good way,
right,
and improve your life, business, family, or could be disaster for the owner of these tools.
Right.
Could use it in negative way,
right,
and his life is going to be miserable.
Right.
So you are the one who choose the way you want to live, the tools you're going to use,
mm-hmm,
and how to be happy in your life.
Right. So you think people misunderstanding money when they judging people on their wealth only through money?
Absolutely. I mean, when you judge somebody dependent on if he has money or not, so you're really doing a wrong decision when you judge somebody if he has money. So that means he's a good person, or he doesn't have money, like that means he worth nothing. No.
Right, right.
To me, I value the person on his personality, mm-hmm, on his values.
Mm-hmm.
So you might meet a billionaire or millionaire, he has no values, or the way he got his money from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so to me, he mean nothing.
Right.
I don't even count on him.
Right, right.
Where you can find somebody who might not have the money, but he has the ethics.
Right.
He has the values.
Right.
And he can serve humanity.
Right.
Way much better than somebody has the money.
Right.
And if you look in the history, or if you look in most people who serve this humanity, doctors, scientists, they never had money.
Right.
But they were very successful and with the community.
Right.
So absolutely wrong to judge people depending on their bank account.
On money, right.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it, because I believe today when you're watching right now, especially young guys, like how they're running, I believe, like subconsciously in a hungry way, just to get more money. And I think sometimes they start to not even look to if they're doing the right way, if they're moving the right direction, if they are with the right people. They really don't have that structure, I think, to make them a lot of money.
Exactly.
They just, what I'm trying to make the point is, most of the young guys today, they're driven to have material stuff without a road math. That's how to get there. So that's caused them to do whatever it takes, even if strong things, they're just gonna do it because they think this is what they're supposed to do to get to that point?
I mean, unfortunately, now we are living in materialistic world.
Right.
With the social media and all what we see, most young generation, they are running to have money, but they don't have the foundation. So he has an idea to be wealthy, but he doesn't have the foundation to build this wealth.
Right.
And to build a wealth is going to take you time, effort, and hard work.
Right.
For them, they need easy money, fast money.
Right.
So they going left and right, different
Right.
ways to reach their goals. Some of them, like, they get successful, and most of them are not.
Right.
And that's have negative impact on their personality and their
Right.
future life.
True.
When they get some kind of anxiety or depression, and then they found themselves in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So they don't have education or they don't have the money.
Right.
So actually they got lost.
Nothing. Right.
Yeah.
That's right. So in a way, I'm listening to a doctor, and to, like, I see you as a successful leader. I see you, like, I see that I'm not like trying to make it. I already see it. I see it there. I see it, like, in the people's eyes. I see it in your behaviors, how you like behave with people. And I see there is people, like, in the same area. They don't do what you do, but they behave in a different way. You know, like, I'm like 5'4". My attitude is like 7'4". So I never people see me a short guy because I always act like, you know, I'm like, you know, so I always act like, you know, so people see me like, so I feel like you always showing kindness. I can't say humble because I don't think humble is the right word. I think you are kind. God is kind. So how you introduce yourself to the world, like who you are today?
I'm a normal person.
Right.
I am who I am.
Right.
I mean, the only way, like, to show kindness to people, to treat people the way you want to be treated. So no matter what, when you talk to people, you need to go to the level where they don't look like you are different. No, I didn't come from wealthy family. I didn't come from noble family. No. And even though people are the same, regardless of their background or ethnicity or color or race,
Right.
we are human.
True.
So when you meet a person, be kind to him, be nice to him, help him. This is gonna, for sure, is gonna pay back. It's gonna pay back in love and respect to you. And even if you have somebody, he doesn't agree with something you're doing, or he might not like you, but you can give him more love, more kindness. As we say, kill him with your kindness.
Right. That's
So
great. That's great.
everything is gonna go back.
Right, that's great. Yeah, everything gonna go back. You're right. So, can you introduce yourself? Like,
Okay.
I want the people to know how you introduce yourself, because I think I did, but I believe you know you better. How you
Okay,
introduce
so
yourself?
my name is Khaled in Arabic,
Right,
or Khaled or Khalid
Right.
in English.
right,
And as DJ Khaled say in his song, we're taking over. Some say Khaled, some say Khalid.
right,
I'm a dentist here in the United States. My name is Khaled Tarboush. I grew up and born in Syria in a small town called Al-Nabik. It's like around 80 kilometers north Damascus, which is like we are in the suburb of Damascus, or Damascus countryside. So I grew up and born in this town, and I practiced there. I went to school in Damascus, and I practiced in my hometown for 8 years before I moved to the United States in 2003. I moved to California, where I start my journey in the United States. Then I have different stops in the United States during my working on my license and my education. So I was in Massachusetts, Boston. I practiced in Boston. Then I did my residency
So you
in
came here 2003?
2003.
So just a question, like, as you grow up in back in Syria, right?
Yeah.
So how was your, like, how you start up your life? Like, did you grow, you said you didn't grow up in a wealthy family, right?
I mean, I grew up like, say, middle class family. My father may rest in heaven now. So he is a professor, and he was a teacher in geography, and he has a PhD. And my mother was a principal of elementary school.
Right.
And
so you was born in educational, like
well-educational family.
Right.
Yes.
And that's where allow you to build your level of education to become.
Exactly.
Right.
So my father, he was my role model.
Okay.
I mean, he was in education field. He has too many articles and books published under his name.
Wow.
He was very well respected. He wasn't wealthy.
Right.
But he
wasn't wealthy as money.
As a money, but he was a billion man.
Okay.
As a human.
Right. So that's what I'm.
Even more.
Right.
And
so هذا الشبل من ذاك الأسد.
That's what say in Arabic. Yeah.
You see?
تماما.
That's exactly. Yep. So.
Exactly. So I grew up in this environment. I mean, education was number one. Money wasn't that much. We were looking for money, but we have a good life, nice life. We have everything we need.
Right, to grow.
I didn't drive Ferrari.
Right.
But I was okay.
Right, of course, yeah. But you have a lot of people.
Yes.
That's right. So my question right now, by having this, like you start out like from nothing, because when you moved to 2003, you started a new journey. What the most, before you come to the USA, what was the most difficult challenge that you faced? Or the biggest challenge you faced on your way?
You're talking about back home or here?
Yeah, back home.
So
as
in
a
Syria,
growing up, like I have a challenge when I lost my brother, I feel like that challenge was a broken point for my life. I cannot tell you I am the same person who was at all.
I'm sorry for
that. So I'm grateful, to be honest. Shukr, thank you for feeling. It was a breaking point to learn, grow, and become independent in my life. So I'm grateful. So I think a lot of people work like we all go through this one point, that's when I have to do something today, or I have to,
Exactly. So my challenge was I need better degree. So my father was a PhD and I was a dentist.
Okay.
So I need to do something. I mean, I always, and no matter how I become, I still small comparing to my father.
Right.
I'm nothing compared to him, to his personality, or to his degree.
Right.
But at least my challenge was to reach to the point, at least come close to where he was.
Right.
So my challenge to come to the United States, get some kind of education, higher education, advanced education, and get degree where I make my father and my family proud.
Right, and you made us proud, brother.
Oh, thank you.
You made us proud. That's great.
Thank you.
And so that challenge was for you to become better, just to be the right, because like right now when they say the greatest students is always when they become better than his teacher, right? You always work to do better and to become better. And so you moved 2003 here. You come here with, actually, I think like it's a new life, right? You have to start from scratch. And I heard in a coffee place you said that you start working for $7 an hour.
Exactly.
Right. So how like when you came, you can speak English?
I don't.
Oh.
I mean, of course, I have some English background, but it's not strong enough to communicate with people here.
Oh.
So and you're coming to the new culture, so you have the culture shock.
Right.
It's very hard and tough when you start from scratch in a place and you already have been in a higher education and higher place back home. As I told you, I practiced for 8 years, and you have like some kind of level in your community over there. To come here and lose all this is very tough and start all over. So working on license and your education and your life, as you know, like here everything is different than back home. Education back home, we don't pay for education. Here education is very expensive.
Right.
So you have to support yourself. I have a family, I have to support my family.
Right.
So it's tough. I'm telling you, it's tough.
So how you worked around it? Like, I mean, how because I want to listen to, because people, they just see the story, the glory. They don't know the story.
They don't know the story.
They don't know the story.
Yeah.
They like just see the glory. He did. He made. He got. Man, like just listen.
People see the train in the station,
Right.
but they don't know anything about the journey.
No way. They just see you there.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
what like how this doctor can you just how difficult for a man who is a doctor and who study or who practice all his life to become a doctor to come to a new country with all this knowledge in him to start from scratch to work for $7 an hour. How that feels to you?
I mean, it's hard,
Right.
but you have to adapt to it.
Right.
Because it's a starting point,
Right.
and you have a goal.
Fact.
So to reach to your goal, you have to start from this point.
Right.
And it doesn't apply to me. There is too many successful people who came from different countries, and they start from the same point here. So it is difficult. Yes, it is difficult, but it's not impossible.
At all.
So if you have the determination, the hard work, you will reach your goal. It's going to take you a little bit time, but you cannot give up.
Right.
The moment you give up, you're done. You
Sure.
have to be a fighter here.
Right.
If you are not a fighter, you're done. You have to be shark in the ocean, not
Right.
a fish in the ocean.
True. It's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you're swimming as a
Yes,
fish.
you have to keep swimming as a shark
Right.
to reach your goal.
Right. True. True. So after understanding that and after you working, because I believe since you work for $7, you know what the dollar means. You
Exactly.
know? You know like what it means, and you know what the value of this money, right? So right, what money means to you right now after when you worked like for $1 for $7, and right now as a dentist, I think it's different price, different lifestyle, different levels. So what money means to you right now?
I mean, to me, as I told you, money are only tools.
Right.
Like being rich or being poor, money
Right.
doesn't mean much to me. Of course, we all work for money. We're all looking for better life. But don't put money like, oh, I want to be rich, I want to be wealthy, money, everything in my life. No. Money could make your life better or could make your life miserable. It depends the way how you're going to use your money. You have money, you want to improve your life, you're going to improve your business, you're going to build a future for you and your wife, help people, help your family. That's the way you have to use the money. But if you're going to use it different way, on a bad way, so this money is going to be a nightmare, and at the end you're going to pay high price for this money is the one you
True.
make.
True.
Especially some money going to make in different ways.
Right.
So money
Right.
as a money doesn't mean much to me,
Right.
except is a way or tools to improve yourself,
Right.
to improve your family, to improve your life.
True.
And that's how I look into money.
That's great. So money is a tool. And
Right.
the way I understand, if you are a bad person and you got some money or you got rich, so you are a rich bad person, you're not going to become a good person just because you have money.
Absolutely.
And if you are basically a bad dad and you got some money, you will become a bad dad with money, but you're not going to become a better dad with the money.
Exactly.
So money is not,
going to change your personality.
Right. So you are
Yeah.
who you are,
Exactly.
but with money.
Right.
Which is that great because, man, there is a lot of people think if they got money, they will feel better, they will become better, they will serve better maybe, you know. There is a lot of people think, oh, when I got this money, I would do that for him, or I would do that for myself, I would do that for her. But the way I'm understanding right now, if we wait to the money to change us, we are already waiting like the wrong train, right?
Exactly. I mean, personality first. You have to change the personality because without good personality, money is not going to add up anything.
Right.
So you have to have the right personality, the good personality. And if you add money to the good personality, that's even a plus.
Right.
So at this case, you can achieve and you can grow. But adding money to bad personality, that create a disaster.
True.
So it's the value, the base is a human being.
Right.
Money is not going to add anything.
Right.
Good human being, no matter what, has money or not,
He's good.
he's good.
Right.
Bad person has money or not, he's bad.
Right.
So bad is bad, good is good.
Right.
Regardless.
Wow, that's great. So, because in this podcast, we really want to transfer a way for people to know to do better business, right? To do better life, because I believe money is really important. I know it's not everything, but I always like the way I see the world, how it works. I feel like I need money to help my mom. I need money to get married.
Yeah.
I need money to visit my mom. I need money to help people. Like anything, I feel like money is part of it, but not all the part.
Yeah, but you are a good person now.
Right.
So you deserve to have the money.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's a great way to understand it. So you think, so the way, if you are a good person with money, you deserve to have money.
Exactly.
Right. And if you, so how the people who not good people are making money, how they making it without deserving it?
I mean, making money is regardless. I mean, if you're good or bad,
you can make money.
you can make money.
Right.
Even if a bad person, he might make money in a bad way, even more than a good person making it in the right way. So money, I mean, money making, it's like a way for bad person to make it more and more, but in a bad way.
Right.
So when you see somebody get rich, like between day and night, there is a big question here.
Right.
And he doesn't have the tools, he doesn't have the foundation, he doesn't have the education to be like that. So out of sudden he wake up with $2-3 million in his bank account. So it's a big red flag.
Right.
So,
you have to stop it.
Yeah, you have to question that.
Right. So when we want to make money, or when we want to make business, right, and make this business successful, there is, I see there is doctors that's with a good business, and there is people. I'm not meaning just a doctor in general. I mean anybody, because I know there is a barber that he already have a good life, and there is a barber he's struggling every day, and they live like they are in the same city. So one of them has no job or no work, another one he's doing so well. So how do you see that?
So when you have a successful business, or if you want to grow a business, you have to have a solid business plan.
Right.
And good marketing tools.
Right.
And a good profession.
Right.
So if you are not, like for example, if you are not a good dentist, or if I'm not a good dentist as a profession, no matter what I have or marketing I do, I'm not going to be successful.
Right.
But you have to have the business mind and the professional skills to grow your business.
Right.
So when you see a successful businessman, he put a lot of effort and work to grow his first business. He didn't limit himself just to work as an employee.
Right.
He went and improved himself and took the risk to grow and have multiple locations.
True.
So, but the first step is the most important step to grow your business.
Right.
If you plan it right, you're going to be finishing your path right.
Right.
The main thing, your first step, your first location, your first business. This business, you have to work hard on it. You have to be there, even available 24/7, 7 days a week for your business.
Right.
So when you grow this business and you know all aspects of business, not only being a profession, you have the skills, but you have to have the skills in a business, for the business, how to do marketing, how to deal with a human resource, how to deal with all compliance and regulation. You have to be available. So when you have this knowledge, you can control your business and grow. Again, the first business, you have to work hard for it and try to limit your debt. As you know, I mean, the borrower are slave to the lender.
Right.
So the more you have debt, the more you have risk. So very careful to start a small business. And when you see this business start being successful, you grow the same business. You don't go for another location or another business until you make sure this business can support itself and can support another business if this business went through hardship.
Okay.
So a lot of people, they go big immediately.
Right.
And as you know, like creditor or bank, they make it easy on you, like, okay, take this money, take this amount, it's going to take you a break for 6 months.
Right.
I mean, this is a trap of the credit card company or the bank.
Right.
To make you go more into debt
and get more
and to be a slave to them.
Right.
So the more you grow your business slowly in a wise way and control your expense. You cannot go like with a location 5,000-6,000 square foot and mortgage $1 million mortgage on it, and you have too many employees, and you don't have the foundation, you don't have the production to support this business. This business, you're going to go out of business within a year, not even a year. You're going to fail. But if you start small, like my strategy in business, like, you know, some people say, don't use your cash and have the money, take the risk. To me, this is a wrong way running a business. You cannot keep your cash for yourself. The cash, you have it in your bank account. The more you have it, it's going to lose value and sitting doing nothing. Have the cash work for you. So if you work hard, you have some cash invested. Try to start your business if you can without mortgage, or try to pay your debt quick. So maybe within 1, 2, 3 years, your business has no debt. So everything you make is for yourself and for your business. And that you use the profit you're making to grow another business. And now you have the strategy. You are not, maybe your first business is going to be your one-man show. That's how it starts. But as you grow, you have you have something in place, policy in place, how to run another business, and who's going to be your bank? Yourself. Your first business is going to be your lender to support the second business. And as you grow, you have multiple locations on solid base. Let's say you have 4 or 5 locations, 4 or 5 businesses. Of course, with these days, when we're going through the inflation, 1 or 2 of them is going to be struggling, especially if they are new. But you have the backup. You have already another 1 or 2 business supporting these 2 businesses until they get established. So minimize your expense. Be careful where to put your dollar. Try not to use the bank if you can. First, work hard. For me, I worked for somebody for 4 years, and I established some kind of capital to start my own practice. I do the construction from the money I saved. Then I borrow against the instrument and the equipment. And you can have like some company give you 0 interest for 1 or 2 years. So in 1 year, your business already paid off.
All the time.
So but don't move to another business until this business starts generating good money and established, and you have capital at least 6 months in hand in case anything happens. You never know what's going to happen. So always you're going to be in the safe side. And that's the way to survive and grow.
That's amazing strategy, doctor.
That's great. That's great. So, do you think mindset more important than skill, or skill is more important than mindset?
I mean, both important. So if you have the mindset but you don't have the skill, you're not going to be successful. If you have the skills but you are not business minded, you're going to be employee working for somebody the rest of your life. And a lot of people, like, they have very good skills, but they're not business oriented. So he is okay and happy working for somebody, building his wealth, and at the end, he's the one who's building somebody else's wealth. One day he's going to leave with nothing, with the small salary he has, to start again, which already late, or the person already old enough not to start a new business. So why, if you have the ability, why you don't take the risk and start something for yourself? Why you want to be employee for somebody else and build and his wealth? What he bringing to you?
That's right. That's sometimes I always see people. So I came, as I told you, 2016 to this country, and no English, no money, no friends, nothing.
Very proud of you.
Appreciate it. So I just want to figure it out. And then I worked, as you know, like the first job I had before as a restaurant. So I know a lot about it. I'm like, let me jump into it. So I'm like, I'm working. So I'm asking the boss, I'm like, man, so I'm working, I'm doing the pizza, the fastest one in the building, like nobody faster than me. I'm like doing pizza every second. And he came, I'm like, man, how long have you been here? He's like 10 years. I'm like, oh man, that's great. So what you have done in this 10 years? You know, like I came to the United States super excited. I'm like, this is the dreamland, you know? So I'm like, everything is great, everything is possible. You know, whatever it takes. He's like, man, I don't have nothing. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, I built a house back home which is he's from Palestine. I'm like, okay, and he's like, but I haven't get there into there to see it yet. I'm like, no, man, are you serious? He's like, yeah, I'm serious. I'm like, man, I quit. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, man, I can't do 10 years and stay where you are. Like, my mom will never forgive me because I promised her to bring her a house, not to stay 10 years somewhere away from her and have nothing for her, you know? I can't look to my parents' eyes like in 10 years, next 10 years. In that
Exactly.
So he's like, you serious? I'm like, I'm really serious. And I quit. I quit the job and I went to do taxi because I have a guy who was like a client who buys slices from the pizza. And he said he making like, you know, better money on taxi. And I know how to drive regardless. I'm like, okay, so let me go ahead. So I quit from the job.
Yes, so no more pizza.
Right? I'm like, let's do it. First, I'm grateful to Allah. He always like show me that I do my decisions so quick. I don't sleep on myself. Like if I want to just do it. So now when I'm listening to your journey and I'm learning from you, I heard Tony Robbins one time say 80% is mindset and 20% is skills. And I did one time with Bob Proctor too. One time we have he said 95 mindset and 5% is skill. So personally, I really like want to know, like, that's why I interview people like how yourself to understand the field. Like, you know, when people when people talking about money at the bank is different from the people who is working for the money, right? So I want to know, when I'm asking you about skills and mindset, I want to know like how yourself as a journey, have you depend on your skills more than your mindset? Or because like I'm just seeing, I know doctors that have been in the same office for the last 25 years, you know, and I know that if he have the mindset, he can open next door, right? Or he can become somebody more valuable to the practice or to how much he can serve. Is that possible?
I think both come together, the skills and the mindset. But first, from my experience, I start with the skills. When I have a skills, that's the way I started, as I told you, for 4 years. Then I went into business. So I work in a business as an employee. So I built some capital and I learn as a business aspect. So and I educate myself. If I'm working for this employer and I'm making him the money and I'm bringing the patient, so actually I'm the one who runs the show for him. So, but he is running the business aspect, marketing, deals, equipment, lab, everything. So during these 4 years, I depend on my skills first to grow. Then I learn the business aspect. Then I move on to start on my own. So both combination together will make you a successful business. And also you need to train your mind. You have the mindset like I want to grow. So as you know, people in nature, they have more tendency to negative experience.
True.
And what's called negative bias. So people always expect the bad things, which 90% doesn't happen.
Right.
So you always think, oh, it's not going to work out.
Right.
It's not going to be successful.
Right.
And this give some kind of fear and limit you from growing. The fear aspect.
True.
Like you have fear from something you don't even know.
Right.
So risk taker, money maker.
That's right.
That's the way how to grow.
Right.
If I am afraid of something I don't know, I have to take this risk.
True.
And
so I can know.
I can know. I mean, I'm not gonna live all my life, oh, there is something I'm afraid of starting my own.
Right.
Which I don't even know.
Right.
So, as I told you, people has always negative bias. Like they're afraid of something. And you have to train your mind how to break in and how to grow. So if somebody already an employee and you told him, okay, go ahead and start your business and make $1 million profit a year. he is going to be like screaming. So how I'm going to do that? But gradually, you have to break in. Okay, now you start your business. You might start the first year, you pay your bills and your employee. Maybe next year you move from 50,000 to 100,000. Then you grow. So gradually you train his mind how to grow. Not out of sudden, oh, I need these numbers for me.
Right.
So when you reach to 200, you can raise him to 500. So now he accepts the 500. 500 is going to accept the 750 until like he's going to accept the million and he find it, oh, I can do that. What I'm afraid of. Your employer is the one who makes it hard on you to keep a slave for him. So the employee is a slave for the employer. What you can do by yourself, why you're going to make wealth for somebody, you are working for him, where you can do it by yourself.
So now if you're saying that to jump mentally is actually how I jump physically, like I need to train on jumping mentally, on a mental level, in the numbers and in the income, for me to expect or to get to the point when I'm making like $100K or $1 million or 10 million or whatever the number may be. So it's all it's go back to mental level as well. It's all trained. How to train your mind. Not to be like afraid of any risk. And as I told you, I mean, you have to train yourself how to handle stress, how to handle employee, how to handle business. So you need the skill and the mindset to make it happen. We all need both of them for us to succeed, right?
You need both of them. The mindset and the high skill, not regular skill. You have to be high skilled and business minded. They come together to grow your business.
True. So right now, we all have challenges, right? So we have a challenge in our relationship, we have a challenge in the business, we have a challenge in the health sometimes. I believe also we always have some winter. We have a winter in business, in health and stuff. So what is the biggest challenge for you as a business owner today in your business? What is the challenge do you have?
You know, business in the United States is not secure at all. So you might see a company like Nokia before, they're doing billions of dollars, and out of the sudden they have another competitors like Apple, and the whole company wiped out and went bankrupt. So you need to be consistent. Consistency is the main challenge in a business. So the quality of work you're giving to your client, to your patients, it has to be consistent. You cannot go down. The moment you start going down, your business is failing. One of the challenges also keeping the employees. It's not easy to keep employees with you.
What's not easy about it? Like, what is the biggest challenge?
Because always in any business, employee is looking for better opportunity. When I was an employee, I was looking for better opportunity who's going to pay me more. And I mean, that's fair. Anybody look to have more.
So how can you fix that challenge? Like, if you are
first, you have to compete in the market and pay the same salary or the same wages in the market. What you give your employee, the way you treat your employee. So if you treat your employee well, and even if they got better hourly,
better money,
and somewhere, but they know they're already comfortable with you here. They will not leave you.
So how can the business? Because honestly, as a coach, I have a lot of people have the same problem. I know a lot. And I know like we could be able to serve it, but as you right now, as you're talking, because when you know the problem, you already figure out half of the solution. So right now, if you want to really do better as Khaled in your business, what you're willing to change today in this show right now, or you're gonna make like extra step for your employee maybe to become home or to feel like better, as you say, what is the step you think that you want to make before, or you haven't done that?
My business model, my employee, all of them, we are like family, one family. So I don't be like, oh, I am the owner, I am the business owner, or I am the boss. No.
Okay, right.
When it's come to employee, I'm one of them.
Okay.
I'm the same like the dental assistant,
Okay.
the same like somebody working at the front. I can do the same job helping somebody who cleans the office. I can do that.
Right.
I'm nothing different than them.
Right.
Maybe I'm the owner, yeah, but at work, I'm employee for the same company. The same company is a holding company, owns a business. I'm employee and I'm on salary.
Right.
So there is nothing differentiate me from any other person in the clinic or in the business.
Right.
Making employee happy is the key.
Right.
And I told you, keeping the employee is a key of success. Because think about it. You might spend time and effort to train an employee. You don't want to lose him just because he got the job like maybe half or $1 extra. You have to work on that to keep this employee, because it's going to cost you way more to hire a new one and train him, and it's going to cost you more. No, I prefer to keep the same employee.
Right.
So by doing this, you grow your business.
Right.
Keeping the employee, consistency in the quality of your clinic, the way you attract your client and your patient, the way you talk to them, the way it's all key factor to success your business.
Right.
Marketing, I mean, the way you market yourself.
Right.
I try all kind of marketing, and I found out the most successful marketing tools is the word of mouth. You can try any kind of social media. You can try all the mail, post mail you mail to the client.
Right.
It might bring you some patient, but that doesn't keep the patient.
Right.
What keep your patient, what bring you more patient, is the patient themselves. How they talk about you. People talk. People post things. The experience they have. If they have good experience, they're going to talk. They're going to bring you business.
Fact. That's true.
If they don't have the good experience,
that's true.
They're going to spread the word, and your business start declining.
Right.
And in this case, you're going to lose this business.
Exactly.
Because how long are you going to sustain the loss? Not much.
Right, that's fact. To be honest, this is because I believe in the challenges of business. The smartest you are and the fastest your decision are I believe the more comfortable the business is, because what I believe messed up the business is the leader not taking enough responsibility and not being enough to lead. And that's what I believe, like most of people fail when the leader doesn't want to change with the change. You remember Nokia, when Nokia, the company of Nokia, they are not in the marketplace right now anymore.
They're gone.
They did not accept the change that's happening at that time. And I believe the leader of the company, which is we always responsible of anything going on in the company, sometimes we don't really accept that change. And we say, like, even about like hiring and firing, they always say hire slowly and fire quick, you know, because you have to adapt to that guy. And when you see that things happen, you should maybe make that decision quick. And as I understand right now, you have more patience with people to understand them and to bring them. Yeah, I believe the keys that you have, it's working, because that's what I said.
It's working for me.
Right. It's always like, that's what when the result is clear and is successful and is positive, I believe it's a great, and that's why there is unlimited ways to get to your destination. You know, there is so many ways to get there. It's just to have to be in the right ways. You know, you can't go on a highway, you can't go without a highway. You know, you always gonna get there, but how fast you go, as you said now, and how do you move? And for the ways that you are providing is something I believe it's working. I can see it, I can feel it. I mean, everybody in your environment knows that you are successful. And I believe that's why we all have to learn from what you're saying, how you're moving and how you're doing it, because we all are going to get to the point that we need to
any business owner has his own way to run his business.
Right.
And the leader of this business has to be flexible and down to earth.
Right.
And be very flexible with his employee and with his patient.
Right.
And don't take quick decisions. Like for me, it took me like the first business I started. I haven't started another business until like maybe 6 years. Building one business. When I made sure this business established, generating money, well established, can support another business. As I told you, this is going to be my bank. This bank is going to support another business.
Right.
So if the other business fail or went through struggle,
Right.
I have the backup.
True.
But don't jump to multiple businesses at one
Right.
time.
Right.
Make sure you establish the first one, then you jump to another one.
True.
And the diversity. So you might have your own business. The way I see it, you need to have diversity in your business. I mean, don't stuck to what you know. I believe in real estate,
Right.
especially these days. If you have extra capital from your business, you can use it for another business, totally different aspects.
Right.
And the most successful and low risk these days is the real estate. You might buy a house, you might buy a piece of land, you might
Right.
build a shopping center.
Right.
You can do that.
Right.
And the cash these days with the inflation and high interest rate is the king. If you have cash, you can get very good deals.
At the
Not going, because now you have a lot of product ready to be sold, but people are afraid of getting the cash to buy it because they're
Right.
going to have like 8 or 11% these days interest rate.
Right.
So if you calculate that, at the long run you're losing. But if you have the cash and you can buy it with low price and it's already available,
Right.
and not too many demand these days,
Have
so you
cash.
can buy it with the
True.
cash you have and buy it with in the right price and grow it and build it. And you also have to be very flexible how to take the loss.
Right.
Anybody of us.
So that's leading us to. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think that's what leading us to the next question, which is going to be. We all maybe have businesses. Most of our target audience is people who is in business, you know, or want to 10x their business or elevate to the next level. And there is struggling, you know. There is ways we know, and there is information that we don't know. So what the keys that we can use today to elevate or to leverage where we are and the business we have to the next level? It is marketing, it is real estate, as you say, it is to be in the right mindset, it is to have better products, it is what you think?
All of those.
All of them.
All the above.
Okay.
So you have to have everything to move to the next level.
Oh, okay.
And again, I told you, you have to take the responsibility and the ability to take the loss and the risk. We all do mistakes.
Right.
We do business bad decision, and I did one. I mean, we all do.
Made one, right.
But the difference between somebody just go, oh, I lost everything, and like he got depressed and lose the whole business, rather than I'm gonna do it again, try again, and stand on my feet.
Right.
I did like a big wrong decision hiring. For example, I was going on real estate, but for somehow I hired the wrong person to do the construction for this business.
For this project.
And the price was losing on this business.
Right.
And we almost lost the whole business.
Okay.
But I never gave up.
Right.
I went back, I fixed the problem, get the right person, the honest person,
Right.
and grow this business again.
Right.
And now the business became appreciated.
Right.
So we don't have any loss anymore.
Right.
Because this business now, with all this appreciation we got, it covers the loss we had
Right.
from the wrong decision it was made.
And you fix
And
it.
now the business is generating income.
And you have a better people to work
And you have
with.
to better people, honest people to work with.
Right. You
So
can
again,
build.
the people you select is a key factor to success your business. But even if you have some loss, that's fine.
Sure.
We all lose. It's going to be a lesson to start again and start stronger and wiser. Not to make you like, oh, that's it, I'm done. No. A lot of what you see billionaires,
Right.
they start from scratch and they start trying until they reach to their goal.
Right.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
I believe so. And
like I believe with opportunities mixed with difficulties. Like inna ma'al usri yusra.
Exactly.
On Quran.
طبعاً.
So
نعم.
we always, even Napoleon Hill said like difficulty mixed with opportunity. So so people already say that in a real life, and they have like, and when you look to the history, and to be honest, I look to a lot of war situation or the war time. I used to always ask, oh wow, like how after this hard time in this country, there is a person who made it and people who is broke. And after watching that too much, I realized that people who got broke is people who was involved in something that they don't have to be involved in. It's
Right.
like people who focus on the wrong things at the right time. So, and the people who made it, people who may thought or to focus on the opportunity more than the difficulty at that time.
Exactly.
And that is like making so much different, because the outcome of every difficulty, it looks always to us different. But to be honest, I think, as you just said, if you are the right leader, you have to figure out a way. You have to find a solution.
Right.
You have to not even give up, because you can't.
Nothing come easy, and what come easy goes easy.
Right,
I mean, you have to struggle, you have to suffer
right,
to reach to your goal. You have to be out of your comfort zone.
Right.
The moment you, and being out of your comfort zone, that
Right.
means a lot of work and a lot of struggle.
Right.
And really struggle.
True.
And stress on you. So if you're able to pass this,
Fact.
you will make it.
True.
If not, don't even try.
Don't even.
Stay in your comfort zone.
Because you're gonna lose it all.
You're gonna lose it all. So
Right.
now, if you are not able to get out of your comfort zone,
Right.
and you are not able to take the stress
Right.
and to handle the risk,
Right. Man, that's
you're not gonna make it. You have to be as strong.
Right.
You have to be a shark in the ocean. As I told you.
Right, that's-
With all this competition in the market, any business has too many competitors. You have to compete with them with the quality,
Right.
with the good work, with a good customer service, with a good employee environment.
that's a good.
That's the way to succeed.
And I believe that's the right way to succeed. Like
Exactly.
there's a lot of ways, as we said, and everything is, I believe, is happening for you. It's not happening to you, and this is what we're here to learn. We're here to learn that in every hard time, there is a good time. In every difficulty, there is opportunity. In every darkness, there is light. If you focus on what you really want, if you focus on growth and becoming better human on this earth, you will always find a way. But if you focus on material things, sometimes you will stuck, because your focus is only there, and when you don't have it, you don't have happiness, you don't have faith, and you have nothing, to be honest, because I believe that you are on a low frequency when your outcome is only material. So after listening to the great Dr. Khaled, I really learned a lot, and I hope you are as well. Your business needs you, and I believe the way I learned business is life. The way you're doing life, the way you're doing business. So if you're not doing your life in the right way, I believe you're not doing your business in the right way. So fix you so you can fix your business. And marketing is targeting, and if you're not making enough money, I believe you're not making enough marketing. So focus on those weak points that you're not working on. Face them and see how you can change them. Don't always have the same result and think it is okay to stay in the same place. You are in the same place all the time because you're not doing any difference. And today is your time. Today is your day. Today you have more information. You know more. You know how to do it, and you know what to do today. So make a decision now to make the first move, to make you better, so you can make your business and people around you better, because your business is feeding you, your wife, your community, and your future. So make it better now, because you deserve it. One more time, let's all together thanks the greatest doctor, Dr. Khaled. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
It's
for your
my
time.
honor and privilege to have you here
Thank you
in my
so
house. And you, as I told you, as a great person like you, I'm very proud to get to know you more. I'm one of your followers, And just an advice for everybody, everybody can do the business, everybody can make it
Right.
if he has the right business planning,
Right.
if he educate himself. Just, it's very easy right now, just go to Google or Amazon, get some business books,
Right.
educate yourself.
Right.
So if I can make it, you can make it, anybody can do it.
Right.
Get out of your business, out of your comfort zone.
Right. And
Educate
start.
yourself and start. Take the risk. Take some loss.
Right. What is your advice to the people who want to make it today in this world? Who want to make their business and get to the point that they can call themselves successful?
It's easy and simple. It's
Right.
not a rocket science. Number one, get out of your comfort zone. Don't be happy with your salary. Don't be a slave for the employer. Start your own business. Educate yourself. Take the risk. Start slowly. Don't jump immediately to the big business. Start a small business and make it successful. Make it profitable. Take your time. Take your time and you can make it. Put a business mind like business set. Like set your mind like I can do it. I can do it. I'm not going to take the loss. I'm not going to be an employee to somebody else. I'm going to make business successful for myself or for my family.
Right.
I'm not going to be working for somebody else. I might start small. I might have competitors. I might be like a small fish in the ocean, but as long I'm growing, I'm going to be a shark or a whale in the ocean and be side by side by all these big people. So take the risk, start your own business, educate yourself, set your business planning right, try to minimize your debt. Have some cash in place. When you start working, don't go immediately to buy a high-end house or a car. Save your money. If you are a student and you graduated, you can start working. For me, as a business field, in a business field, you're gonna make a good money as an employee. Do it for like 3, 4, 5 years. Make some capital. Train yourself to be as a student for the first 4 or 5 years. So pay your loans, pay your debt. Then you start your own business. In this case, you're gonna have a successful business. Other than that, if you go big from day one, you're raising your risk. You're taking higher debt. You're putting yourself in a situation where you have some difficulty. So work hard, save money, try to live beyond your mean to start your business. When your business is growing and start making money, move to the other one. Diversity. Don't stuck to, as a doctor or dentist, don't be just a dentist. You have to be a real estate. You work in a real estate. You have to buy some other property to make you passive income. You are not going to be working the rest of your life. You need somebody working for you. You need like some established business to generate money when you are sitting at home. That's the way and the key success for your life and your business and your family.
Thank you, doctor, so
Thank you.
much.